Hello, boys and girls. Today, I am going to be teaching you about the parts of a plant. And by the end of this, you should be able to explain to your parents, to your dogs, your cats, your chickens, your goats, whatever you got, the different parts of the plant and how they're used or what function they have to help the plants in their environment. You remember that plants are living things, right? They grow and they change just like you and me. They need food and water and air just like you and me. Now, they don't need the same kind of food. They don't go up to McDonald's. They need food, but they get it from a different place. And they reproduce to make new plants. They make little bitty new plants all the time. Taking notes during the video. Now, it's important when you are watching a video or learning new information that you take notes because there is a connection between your hand and your brain. So when you take notes, you remember things better. There are 3 different ways that you can take notes. You can draw a picture of a plant and you can label the plant and what each part does. You can do a web where you write parts of the plant in the middle, stem, roots, leaf, or flower on the outside. Or you can do a 3-column chart. Root, stem, leaf, and flower goes where it says part, what it does, and then a quick sketch of it. And if you notice on the top of every page, it says name because it is important that you put your name on everything. When you are finished taking notes, you can take a picture of your notes, or if you have a scanner, you can scan your notes and send them to your teacher for some feedback so they can say, oh my, I'm so impressed with you. You are learning so much. So now would be a good time. Hit that pause button and go get yourself paper and a pencil and something to lean on, okay? Welcome back. I missed you so much. All right, here we go. The first part of the plant is the roots. I'm going to talk in my regular voice now. The roots of a plant grow underground. So if this is where the grass is in the soil, the roots are way down below. The purpose of the roots is to absorb nutrients and water from the soil. So the soil is rich with nutrients. It's kind of like vitamins that the plant needs. When it rains, some water goes into lakes and oceans, but a lot of the water goes onto the grass and gets absorbed into the soil. And that's what the roots do is they suck up the water from the soil, kind of like a straw. They also help secure the plant in place. Sometimes there is a wind that blows and the leaves will shake a little bit and maybe the plant will shake a little bit, but those roots are helping the plants hang on and not fall over. Although when the wind gets really bad, like in a tornado or a hurricane, you might see that the plants fall over or get pulled out. That's not very common because the roots really try to hold on, but it can happen. Something that I thought was interesting is that you can eat every part of the plant. So I have named some examples of each part that you can eat. So the roots that you can eat are carrots, radishes, and ginger. Ginger is a spice that they use for things like ginger ale and different kinds of food. Okay, so that's the roots. Remember to write down the word root, write down what the roots do, and if you're drawing a picture, make sure you draw your sketch. The stem. The next part of the plant is the stem. The stem grows above the soil, so it sticks up above the soil. The purpose of the stem is to bring nutrients to the rest of the plant. Okay, so it's kind of like a little mini highway inside. where all of the nutrients are going, and they're going through the stem and in all these different directions. So they're getting from the root, they go up here, and then they just travel around. So the whole plant is getting all those nutrients. The second purpose of the stem, so there's another purpose, is that it helps the plant reach sunlight. Sunlight is essential for plants. Some stems go really high, like sunflowers. Some don't go as high, but they're all trying to get the leaves as close to the sunlight as they possibly can. Edible stems are asparagus, which is one of the only vegetables I like, sugarcane, and the broccoli stems, the hard part of the broccoli. Okay, so you're writing down the word stem and what the stems do. Okay, the next part is the leaves. The leaves grow off of the stem. Leaves are usually green in the summertime and the springtime. That's because they have something in them called chlorophyll. Chlorophyll gives them that very special green color. The leaves absorb air and sunlight. The sunlight helps the leaves make food for the plants. This is called photosynthesis. Okay, so they use what they need from the atmosphere, from the air, and they use the sunlight to make food for the plants. When they use the sunlight to make food, it is called photosynthesis. Okay, that's a vocabulary word for you there. Examples of edible leaves are spinach, lettuce, arugula, and kale. In my family, we always say arugula because it's more fun to say it that way. Feel free to say it that way from now on. I would really enjoy that. All right, so leaves. They absorb air, they absorb sunlight, and they use that sunlight through photosynthesis to make food from the plant. And I know the word photosynthesis isn't on here, but you just need to know that they make food for the plant using that sunlight and that air. Okay? And through that photosynthesis, that's how we get oxygen to help us breathe, which is awesome. Okay, the last part that we're going to learn about today is the flower. Some people think this is the prettiest part. Flowers only grow on some plants. You know that there's some trees out there that don't have any flowers. But a lot of trees do because the flowers do something that's very important. They attract the pollinators. So they attract bees and other animals like maybe butterflies that drink the pollen and the nectar, and the pollen sticks to them and they go to other plants and then they make new plants. Okay? The flowers also make seeds and fruits, and inside those fruits are seeds also. And that's what makes new plants. So remember earlier we talked about how they reproduce. The flower is the part that helps them make new plants. Okay? They attract those pollinators, so the pollinators can get that sticky pollen on them and spread it around to other plants. And they have the seeds, and those seeds will eventually grow into new plants. Okay, some edible leaves are the heads of the broccoli and the heads of the cauliflower. And I don't think you can see it, but also artichokes. Those are the different kinds of leaves that you can eat. Okay, now it's time to test your knowledge. On the left side, there are different kinds of parts of a plant, and on the right side are the functions. Okay, so we have a leaf, a flower, a root, or a stem. And these all have letters, so you're thinking about which letter on this side matches which of these descriptions or functions on that side, okay? So number 1, or the first one, says absorbs water and nutrients from the soil. Is it the leaf, the flower, the root, or the stem? Brings nutrients to other parts of the plant. Leaf, flower, root, or stem. Absorbs sunlight and air to make food. Leaf, flower, root, or stem. Attracts pollinators. The leaf, the flower, the root, or the stem. You ready for your answers? Are you sure? All right. Let's see if you got them right. C, roots absorb water and nutrients from the soil. D, the stem brings nutrients to other parts of the plant. A, the leaf absorbs sunlight and air to make food. And B, the flowers attract those pollinators. Okay, the photos on here were from pixabay.com, and the information was gathered from the Union County Content Resource page and BrainPop Jr. Just a little FYI, BrainPop Jr. is offering free accounts and has a lot of great information on it. There are quizzes, there are videos, there's things that you can draw or write about after you watch the video called Parts of a Plant. And on May 4th, you can go onto my Canvas page, and there will be some more information and links to Discovery Ed videos or BrainPop videos about plants that could help you as well. I look forward to seeing the pictures of your notes, as do your other teachers, and I thank you for listening. Bye, you guys. Wash your hands 20 seconds and don't touch your face. Bye.